Good morning, good morning, good morning, my YouTube friends. Hi. It is Saturday, May 9th. This is your daily card draw. And I am your reader, Mark Angelo Lyons, Mal for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of DrawingTheCircle Productions. Up at 7 a.m., did my Wim Hof breathing. It was very tingly this morning. It was very calm. Did some yoga, got my coffee, did my hair, popped my lenses in, moisturized. I'm ready to rock and roll. Thank you, Neutrogena. Just to let you know, today the moon is still in Sagittarius. Obviously, the sun is still in Taurus. Everybody always knows what sign the sun is, because somebody always knows somebody who has a birthday during the month. And when that switches over, we are in waning moon. But for a Saturday, we'll take it, right? I'm ready to read for you all today. The two decks that I'm going to read for you. Sometimes it will only be one. I don't think it will ever be three. It's 12 signs. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. That's a lot. It's a lot of cards. I'm trying to keep these relatively brief. We're going to be using the Daughters of the Moon Tarot. My favorite. I've been reading it since I'm 19 years old. Oh my God, I'm going to be 52 in September. Keep saying that. I need to remind myself, I think. I don't look it, do I? I don't look my age, do I? How old of a woman would you say I am? And Healing with the Angels Oracle. Fiona Morgan, brilliant. You can't see her there. Fiona Morgan, the author. Doreen Virtue. Cool. So you're more than welcome to have a sip of coffee as I do this. The gods know I'm going to Sumatra. Shall we? Take a nice deep breath. And I've already asked my collective pantheons, but I'll ask them again. My collective pantheons of angels, goddesses, gods, masters, and the higher selves of all involved. Please guide these readings, that they may be accurate, that they may be truly helpful, healing, that we may get the voices of the goddesses and the voices of the angels, for all the guidance and grace that we can handle. 2 cards per sign, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Cool. Thank you. So mote it be. And so it is. Shall we? Breathe. My goddesses, please, 1 card in clarity for the Aries collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. For this Saturday, May 9th, 2020. I'm just checking it's May 9th, 2020, please. For the Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, we've got the card of conflict jumped out for you. Know what I love about this card? Well, I mean, it's the 4 of Wands, right? The 4 of Flames in this deck. People be like, but that's the 11-11 card. The wedding is going to happen. Like, I get it. But if you really look at it, it's about the push and pull of desire. I want, but I don't. I want, but I don't. I want what I don't. So I'll go with that thing of a wedding is coming. But, you know, those conflicts you go through beforehand. Nothing has happened yet. Right? 4s are number of rests and stability, like the 4 legs of a table, right? So deal with the conflict. Conflict's not always such a bad thing, right? If it's a creative conflict, sometimes it's the ego being in conflict with the truth of what the soul already knows, or like your head says yes, but your heart says no. It's like you want to take the time, right? And if it's Aries, right? If it's anger, if it's frustration, slow down, breathe, take space, take time for yourself. You don't have to take a nap, but do something creative, right? Like get your fingers in the clay, so to speak, right? Do some gardening, go for a run. Just move that energy through you and clear your head. Well, and let's see what the Healing with the Angels Oracle says. My angels, please. 1 card in clarity for the Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs today, Saturday, May 9th, please. What is the healing angel to help them with that? With that conflict is intention. Get clear about what you really want and why you really want it. I've been teaching witchcraft for decades. And when we do, everybody wants spell work. Oh, spell work. Well, yeah, right. I get it, rock and roll. But, you know, it starts with what do you want and why do you want it? And the what is the caboose. The why is the engine. Thank you, Caroline Mays, for that one, right? What motivates, what moves it forward? What's the power behind it? That's the why. And people will lie about their why. So even you ask people, what do they want? They'll go, I want to be happy. I'm like, happy's a one of the seven dwarfs. Poof, you're happy, right? Make that decision. Why do you want to be happy? Because everybody does. That's going to take you maybe around the block. It won't take you all the way home, right? So get clear on your what and your why, and the conflict as you go deeper, a little introspection, first house, self, right? Introspection will probably resolve that conflict for you without you having to punch walls that you come from Sicilian, Irish, and German background. A little Scottish in there too. Such peaceful people. Breathe. My goddesses, please, one card in clarity for the Taurus collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. My goddesses, please, what do you got for them this Saturday, May 9th, 2020? Okay, another fire card, but the 10 of Flames, the Hora, Hava Nagila. Well, the direction of the flames, they're going this way. Hava Nagila, Hava Nagila, which means, the completion of a rite of passage. Right? If you've ever been to a Jewish wedding or a bar mitzvah or a bat mitzvah, you know that that's when they kind of do this kind of thing, right? Lifting people up on chairs and whatnot. Go watch Fiddler on the Roof. I've been to a bunch, right? My mother divorced my father and married her Jewish divorce lawyer. My stepfather and I call them Hera and Zeus, not just because of that, but just because they are. So, I've been to a lot of bar mitzvahs, bat mitzvahs, Jewish weddings, things like that, and you work hard for that, right? It's not like, oh, here, you're of age. It's not like a birthday cake. You work for it. It's that element of fire. So today might be very much a day of you not just getting things done, but you getting sort of a rite of passage completed. Now, I know we're used to seeing the 10 of Wands, and like the Rider Waite is just like, just lugging those things home, but this is definitely more celebratory, right? So at least give yourself a pat on the back, take a nap, have a cocktail, do something. At the end of the day, it is Saturday after all, right? If you're an essential worker out there in the world, like you made it, right? You made it to Saturday. Take a break, take a day, take a bath, right? Not just a shower, take a bath. That's not an insult. Take a bath is like not an insult in that case. Let's see. Take a nice relaxing bath. Taurus, pamper yourself. The angels, please. My angels, one card in clarity. What is the healing with the angels oracle that they can heal with the angels this Saturday, May 9th? And blessings, right? So even more so, right? That idea of the Hora, that there are blessings that got you here and there are blessings in the completion. So allow yourself that and just silently bless things. I mean, you can do it out loud. It tends to freak people out in public. Although nowadays, I don't know. I think people might be more into that. But, I use blessed be. I just do it silently. Blessed be, blessed be, blessed be, blessed be. It's sort of like a video game, right? Around the house, and I'm not doing it in public. I haven't left my house in months to go to the dumpster to throw out the garbage. But you can extrapolate on that, and that can take that momentum of that 10 of Flames and like fan the flames, make them bigger. Let's see what's going on for the Gemini, shall we? Nice deep breath. I like doing these morning reads. This is only our third one, I think. My goddesses, please, one card in clarity for the Gemini collective, Sun, Moon, Rising signs. This Saturday, May 9th, 2020. Ooh, the Coyote Woman. Oh, the Coyote Woman, the Trickster. Major Arcana card, definitely associated with the card of the Devil in the Tarot, but this is a feminist deck, therefore why use patriarchal symbolism? I get it. So, what is the trick that's being played? Are you being the trickster? Is a trick being played on you by someone, or rather is the universe tricking you into learning something? Trickster, every pantheon around the world in ancient culture has its trickster archetype. Things appear to be one way, but really they are another. It might be a little bait and switch, so, check the fine print, right? Go with your gut, not just what your eyes see, right? Think about it, feel about it. But also, well, we'll see what the healing with the angel is. My sense is that, yes, things appear one way, but you're actually learning and gaining that everything is happening for you, but you might not see it that way. It might be like, oh, this is, Oh, so you're a Gemini, right? Talk to the other twin. Maybe you're listening to one twin too much today, right? The one that's like, womp womp. Nothing ever works for me. Everything happens to me. Why does it always happen to me? Almost like the voice of the ego that worries, that anticipates, that regrets, where the soul is like, but look, this is a good thing in a way, right? But we don't want to hear that when we're tired, when we're stressed. So let's see what the healing with the angel is, right? It's a good card, the trickster. You just got to know how to play it. Play the trick, right? I hope it's not a cheap trick, or it is. Oh, Robin Zander was so cute back in the day. Nice deep breath. My angels, please, one card in clarity for the Gemini collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. What you got for them? What's the angel they are healing with? Music. Robin Zander, I want you to want me. Surrender. Because your mommy's all right. Your daddy's all right. Just a little weird. Music. Look, not my favorite card in this deck. Why? It's a little vague. But certainly the indications of it are with healing with the angels. It's like, put on some music, right? Not distract yourself so much, but put it this way. If you have any kind of musical skill, right? Lyrically, composing, right? Playing music or dance, put on some music and sort of let the music guide you today, which is also how I always read that card for myself pretty much. I mean, I can sing. I tried to learn the piano. It was let's play Fiasco on the piano. It was horrible, right? Once you bring math into stuff, I'm like, okay, I don't want to do this anymore. But like, I pay attention to the songs on the radio. I pay attention to the songs on random playlists. I pay attention to the songs that are playing in my head, because if it's not the lyrics that are the guidance from the guides, it's often the tone or the feeling of the music that I'm listening to. There's always some guidance and grace in the music in my life, so to speak. Even when I deliberately play something, usually there is purpose behind it, if not meaning. All right, Gemini. Yeah, that card of music is not my favorite, but it's in the deck, and I'm not taking it out because that might mean something very specific to somebody. Are you being tricked in music? Is the music tricking you into a better, or in your opinion, worse state of mind? Let's move on. Cancerians. My goddesses, please, one card in clarity for the Cancerian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. What do you got for them today? My goddesses sacred this Saturday, May 9th, 2020. Decisions, Chokmah. Chokmah. The 8 of Blades. Now, I know you're used to seeing the 8 of Blades and the Rider-Waite, like, blindfolded and bound. But that can certainly be a place of indecision, right? You don't know. I don't know. I'm bound. So let me, to not make a decision is still a decision. And sometimes that's the wisest thing. But this is Chokhmah, Israeli goddess of the desert winds, also one of the spheres in the Kabbalistic tree of life. So definitely something about incision and decision, right? Like, look at the correlation between those words. When you decide something, you cut something away. Now, Course in Miracles says, decide yet again, right? You can always decide yet again. You can re-decide your decision. But it's sort of like standing in the middle of the desert. You don't know which way to go, but just staying where you are might not be the best decision either. Let's see what the angels have to say. My angels, please, one card in clarity for the Cancerian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. What do they need to look at here? What is help them make this decision? What is the healing angel that will help them heal with the angels? Power. Why do you do it? Power. So, are you making an empowering or a disempowering decision? One would say that the saboteur archetype is involved there. Carolyn May's Sacred Contracts. The saboteur archetype in its shadow, I call the saboteur. Everybody does. Who studies that stuff? I call the light or the golden side the empowerer, right? Like, what's the empowering decision? Are you making a decision that empowers or disempowers yourself or another? Look, the ego doesn't want to see anybody do better than them, right? So that's when it lashes out, and even in subtle ways disempowers people. Like, oh, really? That's what you're wearing? It's like, what you doing, right? Can't make empowering decisions today. That will kind of tell you, because here's the tea. Decisions and choices are made in the third chakra. So the head can be saying one thing, the heart can be saying another. when you take the time to bring that together, you can make an empowering decision, one that has both mental and emotional power, masculine and feminine power. It's almost like dad, mom, child, right? Happy family, move forward. Make the decision. Battle. Sorry. It's not a video game moment there. Let's do this. Let's do this for the Leos, shall we? Oh yay, I'm Leo rising. Nice deep breath. My goddesses, please. One card in clarity for the Leo collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, myself included. Please, what is our card today? What you got for us this Saturday, May 9th, 2020? All right. The Capricorn card, our first zodiacal card, right? The Crone of Pentacles. Slow and steady wins the race. Now, I will say that every time with Capricorn. Capricorns are the mountain goat, creative earth, cardinal earth. The stuff that grows in a mountain, we may never know. The stuff that grows on a mountain is sort of obvious. It's on the mountain, right? And not just the animal life, right? The plant life, very creative in that sense. But no one should be running up a mountain, right? Even goats, even mountain goats that live on the mountain, you know, there might be sliding shale, good name for a band. You know, so 1 foot at a time, slow it down, watch your boundaries. It is ruled by Saturn, and it is Saturn Day, Saturday. So even with that Sagittarius moon there, maybe slow and steady wins the race. Of course, if you have other placements, other planets in Capricorn, have a look at that. If there are any Capricornian people in your life, maybe this card will give some elucidation on that. But I also want to say, like, again, read the fine print. Make sure that you're not rushing into anything today, that your boundaries are intact, right? Saturn is chronos in the Greek, which is time, right? A chronometer is a watch, essentially, or a clock. So take your time, slow it down, all right? What is the healing angel, please? My angels, please, one card for the Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and right, make friends with time. I just heard, be at peace with time. Yeah. Please, my angels, what you got for the Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs today? Forgiveness. Forgiveness. Look, a lot of people consider that the real F word, right? Because they have a really twisted version of what that word means. Oh, it means it's okay, I forgive you. No. No. Forgiveness, there's a whole gigantic book on it called A Course in Miracles, of which I'm both a teacher and a student. I really should start putting some of those old videos out, some of the meditations and prayers there. And there's so much written on the subject, but the idea, even like once you've learned forgiveness, right? When you've learned the quantum versions rather than the Newtonian version, which is really toxic. The Course in Miracles, I believe, would call that forgiveness to destroy. I forgive you. Nothing really heals. That sometimes we can push ourselves too much to forgive. It's like, oh, well, I want to forgive this. I want to forgive this. I want to carry this around. I'll allow it to come back in another life and deal with this again. It's like, take your time. Allow the pain, the hurt, particularly if it's forgiving yourself, right? To allow that child within your heart to feel everything. Right, to feel it is to heal it, right? To give love, that needs more love, not less. And essentially, forgiveness, even if it is for another person, is to look past not what they've done. You can hold them accountable. You can forgive somebody and still hold them accountable for what they did. Duh. That's just wise. Otherwise, they're going to do it again, right? You hold them accountable. But you look past what they did for a moment. Bear with me, Leos. Right? And understand they are in pain. They would have done it if they weren't afraid or in pain or whatever. And then behind that is the soul of which we are all that, right? Is the unity of which we all are. And that's why you'll hear it said, all forgiveness is self-forgiveness. And that's why even yourself, if there's something that you did, it was because you were worried, you were anticipating, you know, you were regretful, or are you regretful now, right? It's something that the ego does. It lashes out in pain, and that's how our lessons are delivered. It's just how it is. And that's why I slow it down. You do not have to. You can step by step this. You do not have to do this all like that. Because that's, I think, the ego saying, okay, let's forgive this. Let's get past it. Let's get past it. It's like, that's not healing. That's bypassing. Yeah. Sorry. That's why, you know, I would do these all with oracle cards, but I notice when I do that, people don't watch them as much. Put the word tarot in there. They want to watch it. I'm like, okay, this is what you want. This is what you got. Virgo, breathe. Oh, my goddesses sacred, please, one card in clarity for the Virgo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. What's going on for us today, Saturday? I'm Virgo, if I didn't mention it before. Please, what is our card for today, Saturday, May 9th? Oh, lovely. Three of Flames, loyalty. Now, ultimately, my loyalty structure, everybody's loyalty structure is a little different. My loyalty structure starts with the divine first, God first, then me, right? This morning, I started with a prayer. I always start with a prayer. Nothing formal necessarily. Sometimes like, oh God, here we go, help, right? It's that. Then I do my Wim Hof breathing, right? And I do a little yoga, get the body moving. I do my oil pulling. So God first, then me, take care of me. Then friends and family. Now, since I live alone, my cats, make sure the boys are okay, right? I'll open the drapes so they can see. It's a little cold outside, so the windows aren't open. I'll make sure there's food, there's water. Give them some snuggles if they'll let me, because they're not morning cats, people, whatever. Anyway, and then work, right? And here I am, right? I made it to the fourth one relatively early in the day. So what is your loyalty structure, Virgo? I know we can overthink that. We can overthink that, and we can also readjust it from day to day. Carolyn Mace, brilliant spiritual teacher, if you're not familiar with her, she said, look at what you do the first hour of your day, right? Look at the little rituals that you do. A ritual is just an action repeated, usually with intention, right? Like brushing your teeth is a ritual. You should brush your teeth every morning, right? Coffee. Hello. And then look at the symbolic coordinates, right? Coffee is element of earth, because it's a coffee bean, right? Element of water and element of fire. It smells nice too, so there's your element of air, right? And if you look at what you do every single morning, the first just half hour of your day, let alone hour, for a week, you'll see how you're setting up your day, that you are loyal to a ritual structure. So that's the angels. My angels, please, one card in clarity. Ooh, this one. For the Virgo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, today, Saturday, May 9th, 2020. Work, which work. Spiritual growth. Spiritual growth. Have our loyalty to our spiritual growth today, and through our spiritual growth, we may discover some new loyalties. The gods first, then you, then friends and family, then work, which, yes, which work. Let's just move on. That speaks for itself, and I sort of went off on that loyalty card, trying to keep these relatively short. Good luck. I have Mercury conjunct Venus in Libra, third house. Check it on. We're halfway through, so let's keep going. Libra, just said I'm Mercury conjunct Venus in Libra. Lucky me. Nice deep breath. My goddesses, my goddesses, my goddesses, please, one card in clarity for the Libra collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. What do we need? What do we need today? What's our card of the day? A piece of your divine goddess guidance and grace for the well-being of all for this Saturday, May 9th, 2020. Criticism. Now, I don't mean to say it that way, but this is the Nine of Blades, all right? Should you need a reminder of what the Nine of Blades looks like in the Rider-Waite deck, technically it would be the other way, but, you know, it can be overthinking. Now, you are an air sign, so I get it, right? I get it. Oh, I think the candle agrees. It is an air sign, but critical thinking, right? Critical thought, critical care, critical focus, right? It's about the detail. So, you know, very much a Virgo card to me, the Nine of Blades in this deck. But to be aware of what comes out of your mouth as well, I just heard, right? Like being critical of somebody, you know, there are times when it is important, right? Baking. Oh my God, I cook, I'm a potion witch. Stews, soups, sauces, That's my jam. Baking, oh my God, one extra particle of baking soda and it throws the whole thing off. In other words, critical measurement, right? So keep an eye on the details today. Don't overdo it, but watch your critical thinking, because that's when I think we get, when the details get to us, when there's too much, we get overwhelmed, and that's when we start. Isn't that a great sound effect? Put that on your ringtone. Let's ask the angels. My angels, please, one card in clarity for the Libra collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. I'm having a field day doing these. Please, for the Libra collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs this Saturday, May 9th. What you got for them? Celebration. Celebrate. Holiday. Celebrate. If you took a holiday, just some time to celebrate, just one day out of life, it would be so nice. Really, are you being critical of a celebration, or are you really trying to figure out if and when you can celebrate? Because honestly, I understand that. What have I celebrated since we went into this really challenging time on planet Earth? I mean, there are the small, well, maybe that's it. Maybe that's what it's saying. The small celebration. Let me just celebrate this coffee. Worth it, right? Maybe do a little Saint Teresa of Avila and celebrate the miracles in the details. The mini miracles, right? The little things might be able to little by little by little by little raise you, not just raise your vibration and get into the vortex, which is lovely if that's how you're playing the game today. But in terms of really look for that which is worthy of celebration in your life. I know a little Hallmark card, but hey, maybe be exactly what you need as an air sign today. Right? How much does thought influence the emotion? Well, how much of water is made of air? All of it. All right, Scorpios, speaking of water, here we go. My goddesses, please, one card in clarity for the Sagittarius collective, Scorpio collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. What you got for them today? What you got? Whoop, no, too many. One card in clarity for the Sagittarian collective. I did it again. Garbage men are here, or it's Peapod. Someone's getting a delivery. My goddesses, please, one card in clarity for the Scorpio collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. What is their card for this day, Saturday, May 9th, 2020? I will talk over that beep, beep, beep of the Scorpio. It's distracting. What you got for my goddesses? There we go. They really wanted me to work for that one. Oh, your opposite sign, Taurus. Get in touch with your values, your life values, your bedrock values, the ones that you don't even have to think about, right? Like there are certain values. People say, oh, Taurus, second house, money. Yeah, abundance, absolutely. Yeah, it's the garbage. I wasn't sure what it is. It's going to get loud for a minute, but I am doing this on the webcam, so I can talk over them. I can talk over anybody or anything. It just literally happens right outside my window. So what do I value? What's my Taurus thing? What grinds my gears? It's when this happens when I'm doing readings. But you know what? Blessed be. They're doing their job. They're doing their thing. What is of value to you? What is your fixed earth stuff, right? Your home, right? Maybe your family. There's something indicated there. And of course, because it's a zodiacally based card, the mother of Pentacles, Taurus, the great corn mother. This might be, yeah, sure, somebody in your life that you value, someone of a Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, whatever, but really focus on that which you value. And we've got kitties now having field days behind me. What's going on back there, That's where their stuff is. I know I should move it. Healing with the angels. Nice deep breath. Yeah, I see you, Melky. Their toys end up back there. I don't know why their toys end up back there, but they do. Nice deep breaths, probably because where I work. The angels, please, one card in clarity for the Scorpio collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. What you got for the Scorpios today? This Saturday, May 9th, 2020. Do you have any dreams you'd like to sell? Dreams of loneliness? Like a heartbeat drives you back in the stillness of the memory of what you had and what you lost? Of value, right? Value your dreams today. What are your dreams? Welcome to Hollywood. What's your dream? Down and out in Beverly Hills. Really of value. And the card of dreams, the angel of dreams for me, yeah, sure, certainly can be about the sleepy nighttime subconscious regurgitation dreams that we have. They're not all prophecy, folks. But really in terms of dreams of what we value. Now, again, considering where we are in the world right now, everything's so uncertain. Having a dream might be the very thing for a Scorpio to pull them through this, something emotional, right? Something that they can really like, you know what? I have a dream. And sorry, go all ABBA on yourself, right? Well, what is it that you really want? What is your life dream? Just because the world is going through the crucible, not the Arthur Miller play, but you know what I mean, the furnace of transformation right now. Maybe it's all being set up for your dream to come true. Maybe the world had to change in this dramatic way. So, you know, tune into that. Remember, you're a water sign. You have a deeper intuition. You're more connected to the mysteries of life in that way. Particularly Scorpio, hidden stuff, mysteries, right? The mysticism of it all. So tune to that. And of course, pay attention to your sleepy nighttime dreams. I had a dream about Chelsea Handler the other morning. We're just hanging out in a bar, a restaurant bar in a hotel. I have no idea why. I don't even remember why. And it's like we weren't best friends or anything, but we knew each other. It was just weird. It was just a weird dream. I was like, what does that mean? I wasn't even watching. I mean, I love her. I'm sure she was having the same dream. And she's like, that dude's got really long purple hair. Do you know him? All right, I can imagine. I mean, I believe it was lunchtime. I'm sure we were drinking. Nice deep breath. Let's do the Sagittarians. What do you want, people? It's my first read of the day. I'm going to go all over the map. Virgo. My goddesses, please. One card in clarity. For the Sagittarian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. What you got for them this Saturday, May 9th, this Saturday, May 9th, 2020. Woo! Eight of Flames, burnout. Now, I know you think burnout, the classic burnout of overcommitment, and, you know, you push yourself too hard and everybody's asking too much, and that might be part of this. But if you think of the Eight of Wands, right, it's usually about passion, fast-moving fire, like a forest fire, like burnout, when you burn out something so that it can be replaced by something else. That's certainly one version of that. But it can also mean that rapid transformation, that rapid moving forward. The Eight of Wands right away soaring through the air, but are they taking off or are they landing, right? That's always the trick with that card, because you can't really tell. I mean, it looks like I think it looks like they're coming in for a landing. It depends on how you look at them. Nice deep breath. Let's ask the angels what that, oh, right, and the moon is in Sagittarius today, so keep an eye on your passions that they don't, you know, run away with you. But it is a card of transformation as well. And I hate the idea of a forest fire, but I will say ash of that nature makes really good fertilizer. Whole new forests spring up. So that's a couple of different meanings there. Let's ask the angels, my angels, what is the healing that they can do? The healing with the angels oracle card for them. Miracles, all right? So you've got that Eight of Flames, miracles. Maybe something transforms today that is a miracle in disguise or moves very quickly. Now, I will say, the moon is in Sagittarius today until tomorrow, because void, of course, at 2:11 a.m. and goes into Capricorn at 5:39 a.m. So I'll be waking up in Capricorn. That's all Eastern Standard Time. Oh, by the way, I always do try and give credit where credit is due. This is the Llewellyn Witches calendar. It's the only one I use because it doesn't overload me with data. Otherwise, I would only look at the calendar all day long. So a miracle, there's a transformation in play for you today. And if indeed you are burned out, I just heard this, if indeed you are burned out, rest, like no kidding, rest. Because sometimes the miracles start inside of us. And if we're like this all day long, it's like slow your roll, relax, breathe, chill. Meditate if needed. There is a miracle in play here. And ultimately, because I am a student and teacher of A Course in Miracles, I'm going to say that a miracle is a shift in consciousness from ego to soul, from fear to love, from lead to gold, from shadow to light. But remember that the ego is just the dormant, hibernating, dense part of the soul. So it's going through its unraveling and its awakening right now, big time. So whether or not you're getting what you want or not, there's something in play. There's a transformation in play here, and it's going fast. Really. So what is anger and frustration? Usually a sign that there's a transformation going on that you're unaware of. And right? So breathe, particularly if you're a Sag moon. Let's do the Capricorns, shall we? Nice deep breath. My goddesses, please, we are in the home stretch. One card in clarity for the Capricorn collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. What you got for them, my goddesses? This, hi Persephone, this Saturday, May 9th, 2020. Mahueha, Two of Flames, right? So juggling your creativity. See, this is the card for me that says indecision, right? People want to make it the Two of Blades, the Two of Swords. I get that, but that's mental. I didn't remember, but this is that indecision. Decision is will, is fire, right? Is intention. Do I want to do this? It's like you have the ace has turned into this creative decision. Well, do I want to do it this way? Or do I want to exactly do with this? Or I could do with that. Or I could do with this. Or I could do with that. I just fat boy slimmed us. Let's see what the angels have to say about that. Nice deep breath. Oh, Christopher Walken. Walking in a winter wonderland. My angels, please, one card in clarity for the Capricorn collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign this Saturday, May 9th, 2020. You have the support. You have the support, and this can also mean, do you have an indecision about where to place your support? You are Capricorns. You can be extremely supportive. Again, slow and steady wins the race. I would look at any Leo person, place, or thing going on in your life, Leo energy, because the Capricorn card is indicated there. By the way, for the Scorpio card, keep an eye out, because the Taurus card is there in Scorpio, for what's going on there. Just, you know, keep your eye out on that for the Taurus. Keep an eye on the Scorpios, your opposite sign. I forgot to cross-reference that. But the vibe that I get off there is that you have the support and the stability to, it's okay to not know where to put that fire right now, to be indecisive. Because again, the head might be saying one thing, the heart might be saying another, and this, because it's a two, might just be a choice, right? Well, coffee, tea, or milk, what do I want? Well, I want coffee with milk. I don't drink tea. But I do like spilling it across the table. Comes with the LGBT. TEA. All right, let's do this. My Aquariums. Oh, my Aquarians, my Aquarians, my aqua lungs, my water bearers that are air signs, which confuses people, as do most Aquarians. Brave. My goddesses, please, one card in clarity for the Aquarian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. What you got for them this Saturday, May 9th, 2020, a piece of your goddess guidance and grace. All right, the Piscean card, which is our next card, so that'll be easy to remember. Pay attention to your emotional mutability. Feeling one way, one moment, one way the next. Also, I consider them really, everybody can have social empathy, but when it comes to that emotional empathy, that intuitive skill, yes, Cancerians as well, yes, Scorpios as well. But because of the 12th house, Pisceans really can connect into the collective sub and unconscious, what people are feeling around them, and if they're not aware of that, right? So be aware of your emotions. Now, I just want to point out the symbolism of the two fish. I say dolphin and shark, understanding that technically dolphin is not a fish. Okay, how about goldfish and piranha? There, that better, right? Your moods, you might be a little moody today, but if you are a divine feminine, a first wave of ascension, an energy sensitive, You might be picking up other people's stuff. Remember, you got to feel it to heal it. Watch the emotional bypassing. But now let's get the Healing with the Angels Oracle. My angels, what you got for them this Saturday, May 9th, 2020. What's the healing they can have with the angels, with the Healing with the Angels Oracle? Harmony. Excellent. So a day possibly of emotional harmony, but that means you kind of have to give yourself what? Space. Space. Give yourself time and space. Space for yourself, because in music, remember, I told you, like, fiasco on the piano, but I did learn that harmony is not two notes right next to each other. There needs to be space, right? Thirds and sixths. It's hard to say if you got a gap in your teeth there. So take some time to rest, right? If you find yourself more piranha than goldfish, then tend to the piranha, right? Give it time, give it breath, give it space, let it breathe, let it be, and let it pass through you, because you might be feeling the Piranha Collective. Another great band name. You know, my guides are saying you better clarify that thing you said with the LGBT and T being, you know, spill the tea, the truth. I have many transgender people in my life. I kind of always have. I mean, I don't remember as a little kid if I did, but certainly growing up, I mean, I've been in theater for the majority of my youth, right? And I think the T for transgender and truth makes sense. They're being true to themselves. What an incarnational challenge and opportunity. I highly respect my my transsexual, transgendered brother, transgendered brothers and sisters. And please do forgive me. Like, I was just talking to the guides before. I'm like, did they add another letter? It's like, I need a text message every time we add a new letter, right? Because it's LBGTQAI, I think. Did we add another one? Please, someone comment. Let me know. And it's not that I'm afraid of being politically incorrect. Have we met? But that I do care, and words have power. So there. Thank you. They're right. I should have clarified that at the time. Wordsmithing, Pisces. Last card's down. Let's do this. Nice deep breath. My goddesses, please, one card in clarity for the Piscean collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Nice to know I have spirit guides of public relations. Helpful. My goddesses, please, what you got for the Piscean collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs? May 2020, May 9th, 2020. Oh, thank God. The star, hope. Hope. I just pulled this card for myself last night about a certain situation. To not give up hope, to not Pandora's box. I was using the Mythic Tarot. That hope, the grace of hope, is about guidance, is about the quantum, is about that there is a plan. The divine plan is in play, always has been, always will be. But hope is something that allows us to align to it and to get that we're not in control. There's a certain amount of surrender that comes with hope, right? There's nothing wrong with wanting what you want. Go ahead, fan the flames of your desire, but hope for the well-being of all. Hope that it all works out well. Hoping for what you want, that it's going to be and happen and do a certain way. I get it. For certain things, you're going to do that. But then hope devolves into expectation, and expectations are the seeds of heartbreak and disappointment. Just saying, Pisceans, tune yourself to the grace of hope. For me, the grace of hope, the prayer for the grace of hope is the Mother Grace. Great Mother Goddess, please grant me the grace of hope to know that I alone do nothing, that with the gods all things are possible, and that there is a divine plan in play, right? Because I can hope for that. I can hope for the best outcome, and I don't need to envision that. I don't need to know what that is in order for the highest probability in the quantum field of the divine plan to manifest. That was a lot. Let's get you a healing angel card. Last one down. My angels, please, one card in clarity for the Piscean collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Yes, I am a Pisces moon. What you got for us, my angels? What is the Healing with the Angels Oracle card for this Saturday, May 9th, 2020? Listening. Listen. Ooh, wow. Do you want to know a secret? Ooh, wow. Listen to the star. Listen to the guidance. Listen to the grace. Remember, before we had compasses and maps, we had Polaris, the North Star. That was it, right? maybe the Southern Cross if you could see it that time of year, to kind of figure out where you were going, your bearing, your heading. Pay attention. To me, the star card is the highest vibrational spirituality card in the entire deck of the tarot, regardless of the deck of tarot, no matter the artist, right? The star is always about attuning yourself to a higher thing and seeing things from a higher perspective. Now, what I think is interesting here is the Aquarian's got the Pisces card, the Pisces card, the Pisces card, and the Pisces got a card that is very Aquarian, right? So there is definitely a cross reference there, as well as I'm going to say, for the Aquarians, maybe look at your fishy mer people, your mermaidian, mermanian brothers and sisters, your Atlanteans. That's our secret handshake that I just exposed. Great. I'll have the Piscean mob after me. I'm going to get schooled. Fish? Get it? No. Okay. So really listen to your better angels. Listen to your higher vibrational stuff. Listen to your spirit. Listen to your heart. I think I just rock-setted myself. So let me go through these all together. Really, Pisces, hang in there. Listen as well. Okay. As well as when someone is talking, really listen. Even if you don't agree with what they're saying, give them that love, that space today to hear them. People need to be heard. They just don't always need to be agreed with, right? Or aligned with. And you don't have to fake it either. You can say, no, but I want to give you the space to hear what you're saying because you're a human. Well, you're a divine being in a human body. Maybe you don't go that far. But to really give them that love and that respect that way will probably get you through. So, quick review here. Aries, you've got conflict of intention, or intention will heal the conflict. Taurus, you've got the Hora, the 10 of Blades with blessing. Hava Nagila, there are blessings in play, but you probably had to work for it, grow for it through a rite of passage. Gemini, you've got the Trickster card, half of the devil in this deck with music. So maybe the music will help you with something tricky, that there might be something revealed to you that you didn't know about, like a trick is being played for you for weal or for woe, for harm or healing. Try and play the game as best you can, like you play the music. Let the music play. Cancerian, some kind of decision there, power. Make sure it is empowering rather than disempowering for you and everybody else to the best of your ability. Leo, you got the Capricorn card. Slow and steady wins the race. Slow down. Take your time, particularly with issues of forgiveness. Forgive yourself and rest if needed. Virgo, loyalty to your spiritual growth. That kind of just says that. And loyalty from spiritual growth and spiritual growth from loyalty. The Libras, the 9 of Blades, the card of criticism with celebration. Really celebrate the details. Celebrate the little miracles. For Scorpio, you got your opposite sign, Taurus, second house, life values. Sure, money and abundance, but also things like honesty, loyalty, truth, that sort of lifelong stuff. In terms of dreams, are you being loyal to your ultimate dream? Not that it's all going to manifest today, but with that Taurus card, maybe a piece of it is. What is the fixed values in your life? For Sagittarius, you have the card of burnout, the 8 of Flames. Think of those wands soaring through the air, the 8 of Wands with a miracle. There's a miracle in play. Don't miss it out because you're exhausted. Don't overexert yourself. For the Capricorns, we've got a juggling of fire here, Mahuea, creative energy, perhaps sexual energy, trying to balance all of that out for yourself, but know that you are supported, or maybe you have a decision or a choice to make about where you want to place your support. For the Aquarians, you've got the Piscean card, mutability of water there, definitely a Piscean energy there, but with harmony. Can you harmonize your emotions by allowing the voices of both to be heard? Oh, that was news. This is why I do the quickie review at the end. And for Pisceans, listen to the star, listen to your higher vibration, your higher self, your guidance, your grace that's coming to you. Meditate, make sure to listen. And if you are in conversation with somebody, remember that we are all following our own stars. We are all walking the paths of our own destiny, and everybody can be listened to, but not everybody needs to be agreed with. Thank you so much for watching. Please do like this video, share it if you want, comment, let me know what this means to you in the comment section below. And if you haven't hit the notification bell or subscribed to my channel yet, I'm going to be doing these every day. If I miss one, it's just because I'm burnt out and the cards won't even let me touch them. Cool. Wishing you the very best and the very blessed. of whatever is left of when you are watching this on this Saturday, May 9th, 2020. I love you all so much. And I'll sign off as I always do. Say it with me if you know it. So you are doubly blessed. Hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be. Ciao-zi. Mwah.